Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We have Sarin trying to de-thaw over here. Poor guy. Painted, it's all dried. We're going to be insulating it for the batteries, which are charged up, and populating these into place. So I'm going to go to the hardware store, grab a power bar and some fuses, because I keep forgetting to pick up fuses for these things in case something does happen, that we save our batteries and or not have an electrical fire. So we have run two conduits. This is your 1/2 inch going from the wall into the battery chamber. It is 1/2 inch just for the inverter on the side, which you'll see later. And then we have additional 3 1/4 inch conduit. Once I get to showing you guys, it runs from the battery chamber up to the front of the trailer, where we have the inverter and the solar panel controller / charger. Pretty nifty. Now that we have the conduit in both places, because we're gonna have an inverter here to run these lights, which are up here, that they will be turned into pot lights similar to that, but much bigger. And then we have the conduit running all the way across here to wire up the inverter and then the solar light controller. And over here, we're going to do the installation, and then we're going to install the batteries and then start wiring the batteries in. The reason why we're using styrofoam to create a thermal barrier between the battery and the metal, similar like when you store your battery in the basement on top of concrete, you could expose it to the elements indirectly or directly, causing the battery to expand, and it would damage the internals.
Yeah, your wedge is gone.
Yeah. You know, this was insulated. Was. So pass me all the pieces. Just pass everything. Come on. Not a bad thing.
We'll have to just do it
I'll
again.
take it out of your pay. It's supposed to be like, did you get paid here?
Well, you guys are getting paid.
Alright. Alright. Back to time lapse. We will be building our battery array in parallel, so that we get 12 volts, but all the cold cranking amps possible.
Chamber of batteries.
Yep.
There
That
you
looks
go.
freaking magical.
Yep. Red and hot pink. Looks pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's too bad we couldn't have like snuck another battery in there.
Yeah,
with
not a
it.
problem. We'll get some more batteries. But this is our final look, and we got wiring to do tomorrow. Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay, I'll warm up the truck.
The downsides of having solar panels in the winter and not angling them is, well, they're not solar panels until they're solar panels. So we have a little squeegee just to make them into solar panels. Gotta precariously get up here and do this. Now they're solar panels.
There is no sun to freaking buy them.
Okay, I was getting to that. Yeah, and we have no sun. Sarin has his usual spot, and we're going to get into the battery array to start, well, wiring things. So there is solar power. We have 13.6% volts. No batteries are hooked up to this currently, but it's currently receiving power. So that's kind of exciting. These are our glorious batteries. We'll be running the conduit from here. Oh, we already run the conduits. We'll be running these wires from over here up to about here, where we'll have another inverter, which will be that boy right there. And we'll connect it using some fuses. And that is over here, right behind here. So we have these guys. So we have, you'll see that these are 30 amp fuses, and the inverters are 10 amps each, and the solar panels provide 20 amps of charge. So these fuses are too big, but they're just what we had on hand, which is what we're going to use later on. We will change them out for the appropriate size fuse for the appropriate application. So this is our battery array, and it'll be powering up that inverter and getting powered by that solar powered controller. This is our junction box. So 4 batteries. These are 30 amps. We're not going to be drawing more than 30 amps from a said battery. And then one of the inverters, we still need another fuse. So it'll be powered up via here, and then again over here. So we'll have this whole junction box fully utilized. For wiring out the batteries, we are using 10 gauge wiring. Positive is red wires, negative is the black wires. These will be grounded to the trailer eventually. The grounding has to be figured out because there is 110 voltage running through here and 12 volt running through here. We don't know where the grounds are yet. But right here, we are wiring up the solar controller and inverter. So we've installed our batteries, wired everything in, labeled them in some cases. Everything's looking pretty good. Even got ourselves a little stand-up bar there. We're gonna clean the shop in a second, but it's charging. It was at 11, it went to 10.9. And we took the load off, which is the arrows that were going over to here. So I press this, the load is now on. You press this, the load is off. So that's how you can turn your inverter on and off. But we have inverters here that turn on and off themselves. However, we don't have enough power to run them. As you can see, 10.9 is not enough power. However, they are charging our deep cycle batteries. So we will see how good they are in a couple days. So we have our solar panels, our solar power spotlights that are having a heck of a time because it is cloudy out, and our battery powered corded cameras on Wi-Fi.
That's corded.
It is cordless, part of the trailer. And on the inside, we have our, that was my phone case. We have our battery array fused, our inverter for the lights that these batteries are not fully charged yet, even though we did charge them because the cold drains them. And we have it over here. We are at 10.7 because it's all in parallel. It's going to go for the lowest one first and then slowly fill up. So if we have a good battery set, we'll be fine. And then we have Wi-Fi for the trailer, which is part of the security system. Again, inside camera, inside spotlight when you first walked in until you hit the lights. Motion detection. We were pretty set. So thanks for watching, guys. If any questions, comments, concerns about our setup, I'll be happy to answer them. And just leave them down below. And I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. Take care, have fun. If you're any questionable, name it after me. Peace. 2 hours later. You're tired of those. I did clean up the shop. So if you saw in the background, we had tools and things everywhere. I definitely went through, put everything away, cleaned up, put everything in its place, and we're starting to look more like a shop than a storage facility. And I'm liking that. Still a long ways to go, but we're about 50% of the way there. Also, with the battery charger on, full blast, 4 batteries, 20 amps, apparently 20 amps, we're at 11.6 now, instead of the 10.8 we just were.